So this is kind of what I'm gathering from today. From Friday of last week, we have pretty much just expanded to the downside. Yesterday, we had a rebalance to equilibrium of that range starting from Friday. And then in pre-market overnight, we did put in SMTs up here on the highs. However, we also put SMTs on these lows too. But when I'm looking at this, what I'm seeing is that ES actually rebalanced to this hourly fair value gap. And even though NQ did not, we did hit equilibrium of this range. So I'm thinking this is our manipulation, right? We have SMTs at the highs. We come back down. We do put in SMTs at the lows because ES is making higher or lower highs and lower lows while NQ is making higher highs and higher lows. But I think this SMT at the low was put in place to send price back up to rebalance this, which is an hourly fair value gap right here. After a change in the state, we have, so it's just a bigger model. It's the same exact model, just on the hourly time frame, right? So I think we had a change in the state where we did put in SMTs at the lows, but the SMT was put in place to send price higher back to this, and then probably see a move lower. That's kind of the idea. We still have like 20 minutes before market opens. So if price comes back up here and does respect it, puts in some type of little internal model, then I'd be willing to take that back down to these lows and potentially even yesterday's lows. But we just have to be patient and not hesitate whenever that happens, right? Our market just opened. We have rebalanced to that hourly fair value gap that we created after putting in SMTs at the highs. We had a change in the state, pull back to that fair value gap. Now we're getting to now we're displacing to the downside. So we're just gonna scalp this real quick. Okay, we got our runner out. Charts are bugging out a little bit. I don't know that I love that. Why is that candle white when it's below its open? Yeah, we can try it. I'm gonna size down just because it's kind of volatile, but I'll throw my stop above there. Okay, ES did just take that, so let's see if NQ wants to follow suit. All right. Okay, so that first trade was really all of today was based off of this hourly setup that we had. We had SMTs put in at the high. We had a rebalance of this range. ES poked into that hourly fair value gap. So I didn't necessarily need to see NQ poke into it. but we did have those SMTs put into place. We had a change in the state on the hourly. We pulled back to a fair value gap, had a strong close below it. I expected continuation after that, and that's what we're getting now. So on the smaller time frames, what I was looking for was some form of manipulation. Whenever we poked back into the fair value gap that we created on the hourly, we had a really strong rejection, and that's when I decided to take a short. I just wanted to scalp it. I really wasn't looking for a whole lot because I didn't really see a setup that I loved. I just saw that we did pull back into it. Strong reject, quick scalp, why not? Runner got stopped out of break even. I took 2 contracts off at the low. Then we pulled back up to those highs, and we came up, and I believe we swept buy side up here. These highs right here I was looking for to get swept. We did. We came back below this inverse, had a change in the state, pulled back up into the inverse, and then we had news come out, which shot price down. And then typically whenever we get a news candle, it's usually just inflicting volatility to send us to the target of the liquidity for the day, right? So after I saw this big down close candle, then we tapped back into this inverse, and then we closed below. That's when I decided to enter. Stops just above this candle's high, and then targeting these lows, and then the final TP was that sell side level down here at the bottom. We are up 490 on the day. We'll go ahead and call it there, and I will be back tomorrow.